My mother died in March last year, a day after her 96th birthday, which, was quite extraordinary.
When a great soul dies.
And she had lived a very long and, rich life, was fiercely independent.
Slowly and always irregularly.
I'm Michelle Elliott and I'm a visual artist, and I've been working at Tender for around 3 years as their artist in residence.
Electrical vibration.
That just gave me some really good experience and insight into what was possible to do with my mother. Sylvia went to Tender and she was in the mortuary there for about a week. As I've been making these Tender cloths, which are cloths to use in mortuary care, I decided that I wanted to make a wrapping cloth for my mother. What I decided to do was collect material that had meaning and was significant. My mother lived in India for many years. She was born there and came to Australia in her 30s. So I collected marigolds from the garden because to me marigolds reminded me of India and the funerals and the rituals that happened there. Bought some red roses, found some kangaroo paws which related to her time in Western Australia, geraniums because she grew them, went to my cupboard and got spices out, things like turmeric and cinnamon and common seeds, because that summed up her cooking and her nurturing of the family through food, and took some seawater for all of the journeys that she'd made making this beautiful cloth. I laid all the flowers and materials out on that, rolled it all up and steamed it. So there was about 6 metres of cloth, and then I stitched together the cloth that we wrapped her in.
I am Amy Sager. I'm the manager of Tender Funerals Illawarra in Sydney. Tender's a not-for-profit funeral service, and we're a community-based service. So we're born out of a need in our community for people to be able to look after their dead. Our woven coffins allow people to poke flowers in through the weavings, tie ribbons in around it. We have a lot of people taking those coffins home and painting them and decoupaging them and doing all sorts of creative artworks on them, and then they bring them back.
My name's Lynn Johns, and I became involved with Tender when my brother died 2 years ago. His name was David, and on his own, no family, so he loved to go trout fishing, and as he was dying I said to him, David, let go, go where those big fat trout are over in New Zealand. And Tender gave me the choice of coffin to have him in, and we chose a beautiful wicker basket, which just reminded me so much of David's fishing baskets. So for him to be cremated in a massive fishing basket was wonderful. When we got his ashes back, I decided that the best place for him was to go over to New Zealand to his favourite fishing hole. And we took him over there and scattered his ashes so that his ashes could be with those big fat trout as his spirit was. And I think the word tender just wraps it all up. That's what they are. As a celebrant, I have to interview family. The heart is full, the eyes overflow. They love reminiscing and remembering their family member. And your heart becomes full. To be able to stand up, lead the ceremony your eyes overflow. That commemorates and celebrates someone's life and be at ease with your grief is just a wonderful experience.
Australians are kind of classic death deniers, really. But what we're looking to do is to reimagine that and almost go back to the old ways, which was only a few generations ago, where we did interact with the deceased and we would look after them ourselves, or it would be a community event. We've got this incredible artist in residency program where we have 2 very talented singers, Malika and Jody. And they can sing at funerals, or they may sing during the washing and dressing of the deceased, which they do with the family there, and they also do without the family there if that's what they want.
And I'd gone in to arrange my brother's funeral. I asked the funeral director what that was, and she was telling me a gentleman out there who was being prepared in the mortuary on his own, no family. So the people there in the mortuary, they were singing and saging him, and I found that was so touching. I knew I was in the right place. It told me they were tender. It told me they were caring.